Hello and welcome. I am Megan Vaudry of Non-Monogamy Coaching Vancouver, and today I am going to tell you all about relationship coaching. So what I do is I offer support for folks who are exploring polyamory or any other kind of relationship that doesn't fit the monogamous norms. So today I am going to tell you what relationship coaching is, why someone might want to participate in it, and who it's for, who it's going to benefit. So welcome. So relationship coaching focuses on clarifying how to get from where you are in your relationships currently to where you want to be. So if you are exploring or thinking of exploring polyamory or another kind of non-monogamy and you're running into some snags and challenges, that is exactly what this is for. So while counseling focuses on healing trauma and past hurts, relationship coaching is very future focused. And so in each session, we're going to take a meaningful step towards where you want to go, towards your goals. And of course, we're going to make space for healing, for processing things from the past as they come up, as it becomes clear how things are holding you back. We can absolutely work through those things. But ultimately, coaching is focused on the future and where you want to go and how you want to feel when you get there. So most of my clients are starting out in polyamory and they need some kind of guidance or are navigating some kind of relationship transition. So it might be opening up a monogamous relationship, it might be a breakup or someone in the relationship system getting a new partner or some other kind of relationship transition, and they need help figuring out what going forward looks like and how to define and function in this new dynamic. And another reason that people often come see me is they are working on themselves. They're working to build the confidence and clarity they need, working on communication skills and boundaries, and how to find and build and create new polyamorous connections and relationships. So there are so many reasons why to choose relationship coaching and why it might be a good choice if you are looking for some kind of support on your non-monogamy journey. And I want to start by saying there are so many things in polyamory that can make you feel really unsure, that can really make you question, like, is this the right thing? Like, should this be happening? Is it okay to feel this way? How can I not feel this way? What is what my partner is doing okay? How are we going to figure it out when we want different things, right? So all of these things can cause a lot of uncertainty. And working with me helps you get clear on what you want, on what's realistic, and then how to actually make that happen. And another thing that is really inherently challenging is that monogamy is the only relationship model that we're taught. So our culture is monogamous. We live in a monogamous culture, and we are conditioned from a very young age to think that polyamory won't work and to think that monogamy is the only option. And this shows up internally, and it also can show up in pushback from community, from friends and family. And we always get pushback when we decide to do something unconventional. And when you work with me, I get to be the champion of non-monogamy, because I have seen firsthand in my personal life and from clients, as well as friends and community and family members and research, that polyamory works. Non-monogamy works. And working with me, I can help you to build that hope and that reassurance and that resilience that what you're doing is totally awesome and you can embrace it and you can really make it work for you. And lastly, you can't just take monogamous principles and skills and translate them into polyamory. That works somewhat, but polyamory and non-monogamy is a totally different way of thinking. It's a totally different mindset. And even when you're already good at communicating, at knowing yourself, at setting boundaries, it's a whole different world. And it's a whole new way of thinking and knowing. And unfortunately, learning by trial and error can cost you everything. So, what does working with me actually look like? So, there's 3 different ways you can get started. The first is a free learning session. So, I host these live, online, free learning sessions about once a month on a rotating topic relevant to polyamory. So, we might cover jealousy, agreements, communication. It's a 1-hour session, including a live Q&A. So, and that's completely no cost to you. You can just come, you can be in a virtual space with other folks who are curious about polyamory and other kinds of non-monogamy. It's confidential, the sessions aren't recorded. The second way of working with me is through a confidence call. So you can book a single 90-minute coaching session with me, either yourself or as a relationship with your partner or multiple partners, where we focus on your biggest challenge. So we're going to understand more deeply what your biggest challenge is. And within that session, we're going to figure out actionable takeaways for you to put into action in your life right away. And the third way to work with me is through a 3-month or 6-month coaching container. And what that looks like is over the course of 3 to 6 months, we're going to get together weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, depending on what works for you and what we decide is going to be best to help you accomplish a bigger goal. So to shift something bigger in your life. So this might be a jealousy issue that's related to a deeper insecurity. It could be a communication pattern that you're trying to work through and trying to relearn. It could be some nervous system dysregulation that's really getting in the way of your relationships. It's where we can really work together deeply to shift something bigger that's going on and that's holding you back in polyamory. And all of these 3 and 6 month packages come with unlimited email and voice note support between sessions. So whether you choose weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, you can check in with me between sessions and get support. So let's go over some common questions that I get. So a really common question is my work just for couples? Is it focused on couples wanting to have an open relationship? Yes and no. I work with folks from an individual perspective. So what that means is even in the context of a couple session, we're going to be uncovering what the unique desires and needs of each individual are. And because that is the way that I work, I can absolutely work with you on your own. A lot of folks choose to see me in a way where they're building a really strong foundation for polyamory, whether that's alone or with a partner. Another common question is, do you need to be non-monogamous to work with me? No, you don't. I am happy to work with folks who are figuring that out. So if you're not sure if polyamory or non-monogamy is right for you, we can figure that out over one session, likely. And if not, we can figure it out over the course of several sessions. So we can absolutely work with you if you are just not sure where you fall yet. Or also, if you've been doing it for a long time and you're not sure if it's still for you, we can also work with that. I absolutely do not push folks towards polyamory. That is not what I'm here to do. So what's the investment? How much is this going to cost? So I charge industry standard rates. It's similar to what a counselor or a therapist or a coach is going to charge. When you look at the per session rate, it's about the same as what you're going to see out there. I also have an accessible coaching program. So if cost feels like a barrier for you, please don't hesitate to reach out. So I hope this helped clarify what relationship coaching is, who might choose it, and why. If you're interested in taking this further, you can visit my website, nonmonogamycoachingvancouver.com. I also post on Instagram a lot, so feel free to connect with me there. It's at Non-Monogamy Coaching Vancouver. And take care of yourself. Polyamory is tough, and if you are choosing to go that route, you are not alone. And I know that you can absolutely find all of the abundant love and connection that everyone wants in life, and that is your divine right as a human being. So take care. Love always.